Hey everybody, welcome back to Golden Dragon Honey. I'm Chris, your beekeeper. I made some posts this week about having kind of harvested another swarm and having some thoughts on what happened. I feel like I've kind of narrowed it down to either a very small feral swarm, a second swarm moved into that space and took up residence. I'm thinking more likely what happened is when I collected the original swarm, I smoked the bees and probably the queen moved down to the floor or along the wall. I took the frames and missed her and showed up with eggs and a colony of bees that requeened themselves, and that the queen and the bees that stayed and made the best. They are really small. I would be really worried about them, sort of getting them ready for winter. I'm going to need to feed them. In the meantime, I mentioned, got a trick up my sleeve, just like the branch trick. We're going to take the healthy nuke here, the original swarm. They're thriving. We're going to move them into some 8-frame equipment, probably 2 boxes, so that we can start getting them ready to kind of build up and give them some space to get ready for winter. And then I'm going to set up the new swarm, the swarm what was left at Doobie Farm. I'm going to set them up in the same exact space here so that the foragers that you see coming and going, they're going to return to this spot thinking that this is their hive. And that's going to be okay. I know that we all sort of learned that bees that try to go into a hive, they don't belong to, get thrown out or get killed. It's simply not true. Bees are so much more social than what we learned when, if you're my age, and I'm not going to tell you what that number is, we've learned so much more about how social bees are. So that's going to give a real shot in the arm as far as resources, as far as foragers returning and kind of taking up the work of the hive to the low population that we were able to kind of extract from Doobie Farm. After that, we have 2 healthy, happy queens. I'm going to make a how-to video marking them, and then I'm going to continue and kind of go through the hives here, see what we've got for resources. 2 of these hives have surplus honey boxes on them. Given the weather, the forecast over the next couple of weeks and potentially 30 days, we are looking at some really dry weather. That's going to have a huge impact on how much honey is coming in, whether or not I'm going to need to feed these hives to get them ready for winter, which I'm so sad we're already talking about, but it's August into September, and by October they need to have their mite counts down, and they need to have weight on these hives so that they're ready to sustain. That's what we're working on today.